can swing around and fight bad guys and stuff.
Hello everyone, it's JKG. I'm here with another playthrough of one of my toy boxes, and this is a special one. We're celebrating today Halloween, so happy Halloween for all those who celebrate. We've got a fun little Disney Infinity event going on in honor of Halloween, and lots of different creators are coming up with some cool toy boxes today. Now I'm recording this in advance, of course, so as I'm sitting here, I'm looking forward to watching all of these playthroughs, seeing all these toy boxes later on the actual day of Halloween. But for now, I'm going ahead and making this recording for one of my toy boxes I've just made, and I call this one Spider-Man Midnight Mystery. So this is my sort of Marvel / Halloween toy box for you today. This is fun. I've not actually made a proper Spider-Man toy box before. I certainly spend most of my time doing like Star Wars related stuff. But I have a soft spot in my heart for Spider-Man, obviously. I remember, waking up early on Saturday mornings to watch Spider-Man cartoons as just a wee lad. So I've always loved Spider-Man, and this seems like an entry I'm pretty happy with. So seems like a good time to go all the way and do a proper Spider-Man toy box. So I'm going to share this with you now. And at the outset, I want to give props. I always appreciate this guy. He does so much for the community, but I got to give him a shout out in particular today because Lion HD has helped me a lot with this toy box. He helped me get some custom text into this, which is a lot of fun. Not been able to do custom text since really my first big toy box. I really only had one big toy box I built before the servers went down back in the day. And ever since then, just been kind of chasing that high. So we've got custom text in this. I appreciate his help. And as always, I appreciate the work he and so many others do in our Disney Infinity Discord community. And I hope today's going to be a lot of fun. So without further ado, let's get into the toy box here. We start off with Spidey sort of admiring, I suppose, this billboard of himself. Wow, he says. I mean, it's a nice gesture and all, but it's a little awkward seeing yourself on the side of the building. I guess it's still better than what Mr. Jameson comes up with. Yeah, that's definitely true. Wait, my spider senses are tingling. There's danger nearby. There's a bolt loose on that crane. Better fix it before someone gets hurt. And so we've got a fun little toy box. There's a cool little city. Nothing extreme for us here today. But I think some really fun playthrough things that we can do. And you're going to get to watch me swing around badly as Spidey today. Sometimes I feel like I do a good job of that. Sometimes it's quite bad. To be honest, I don't really play as Spidey a whole lot on Disney Infinity, which is a little sad, I suppose. But we get to today. So we've got this loose bolt. We're going to now come down to the end of the crane, and we're going to pop it back in there. There we go. Fixed. All in a good day's work is your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. It might be Halloween, but somebody's got to keep an eye on this place. Man, saving the day sure works up an appetite. I could go for a bite to eat. So, if you're Spidey, you got to get some grub from time to time. So let's come on down here to our food cart. I'm not going to get a hot dog today, but I will get a slice of pizza. And unfortunately, something's going on here. We've got a little explosion. Our detective over here is in danger. We want to get him somewhere safe. So, let's jump in here, grab our detective, pull him over here where he'll be safe. Now, who would want to hurt this detective? That's the question. Well, if we look around, again, you'll keep an eye on your radar during this toy box. We've got a little clue here. Looks like an Oscorp key card. Better go let myself in and take a look around. So, here's our first sign of trouble. We've rescued our detective here, but we've got our first clue to follow up on. Somebody who's been in Oscorp has something to do with this little situation. So we're going to bust our way in here. I'm going to hit that target and just let myself into the Oscorp building. And so we're in the offices here. I'm going to head to the back to our little computer terminal. And we'll hack in. We'll see what in the world is going on over here. I should say as I'm doing this, eventually this toy box will be shared. Hopefully, maybe even by the time you're watching this video, if I'm on top of things, you can play this toy box yourself. So is that a symbiote? Indeed it is. We let down the little protection there and we see that's what they're hiding. I can't tell who it was, but someone with top priority access has been conducting this research. We'd like to know who it is. Now it also looks like Dr. Connors has been here, but he's been working on a new regeneration formula. Now we know that. Dr. Connors does that sort of thing. Hello? Dr. Connors? I heard a little sound that's not really encouraging, and it looks like we've got, well, not maybe what appears to be just one Dr. Connors, but we've got a few folks, little lizard guys that are coming for us here. So we're going to not sit around. I'm going to try to deal with these guys quickly before they get you. I will say, they always have... There we go. We got those first three. So, a problem. That's not regeneration, that's replication. So something has gone wrong with Dr. Connor's experiment here. I need to synthesize an antidote quick before more lizards show up. So let's go back to our computer here, see if we can put together an antidote. And I gotta say, this is, I wouldn't say this is based on anything, but maybe loosely inspired by, you know, Spider-Man 1 and 2 that I used to play on my, I'm gonna age myself here, back on my original PlayStation. I used to play those games all the time, and I remember doing this sort of thing. Unfortunately, we do have some more little replicants here. So we'll deal with them. I gotta say, these little townspeople, sometimes they're a handful. You know, they can be kind of tricky. So we'll see if we can deal with all these guys here without getting too beat up. They're gonna make you work for it, but that's okay. There we go. So that should be the last of them. We can keep it from happening any further now that we've got our antidote. Sorry, Dr. Connors, nothing personal. Hope you can go home and sleep this off. Now, let's figure out where this mysterious symbiote researcher went next. That's really what we want to find out. So again, back onto the computer one last time. And I gotta say, if you've followed some of my videos, I started doing this with my Mace Windu toy box, I think. I really love the idea of reusing the same computer terminal for more than one task, and so I've used something like 1 million logic gates to make that happen in this toy box. So there we go, we got some blueprints to the sewers. Fun. Guess I know where I'm going next. So there's our next clue, off to the sewers to see what we can find out. And so here on my radar I see my sewer entrance. Let's get down there and see what's up. And, yep, I guess we shouldn't be surprised. We've got some more little, there he is, little symbiote friends. Isn't that nice? And wouldn't you know, the biggest symbiote of them all, good old Venom. Don't we love Venom? This night's been all tricks, no treats.
I'm much faster than I look, and I look pretty fast.
We'll see how badly I fight today. I'm keeping things simple by playing on easy, I'm pretty sure, as I make this recording. So Venom won't hurt me too bad, I hope. I'll go ahead and bust this guy up and be done with him. There you go, fun little battle. Symbiotes in the sewers. Didn't have that one on my bingo card. Better take a look around. There's bound to be a clue down here somewhere. So again, we're following the clues, trying to figure out what's going on here in town tonight. And you can see it on your radar, and I even saw it pop up on my screen. Here's our next little clue. In fact, that's right, it's a pumpkin bomb. That should tell us what's going on, I think. So let's see if I can trace its signature and find out who's been orchestrating all of this. I have an idea. Indeed, I do as well, Spidey. I think I might know who it is. So let's get out of here. We're down in the sewers now. By the way, I should point out there are some little explosive barrels if you like using that sort of thing in your fights. But I figured you had to make a little sewer, you know, part of the level, obviously. Otherwise, you're not getting the full Spider-Man experience. You know, you got to go to Oscorp. You got to go to the sewers. And, well, ultimately, you're going to have to fight this last guy as well. Let me point out, this is a little side note for you. Every now and then, I haven't had any issues in my final version of this toy box, but you know, sometimes those symbiotes are tricky, especially when you try to fight them underground. So if you ever get stuck and can't defeat all of those little symbiotes, there's your cheat code right there. Just blast that middle barricade and you'll be good. Alright, on to our last part. So now, my radar is drawing me over here to this this sort of blown up building. It turns out it's not just a destroyed building, but someone has just straight up set up camp in here. So we're going to go in, and we've got a few little Halloween bad guys to deal with here. See if we can get through these little weird spirits, whatever's going on. I think that should be the last of them. And wouldn't you know it, our old friend, Green Goblin, should have known you'd be behind all this chaos. Indeed, you should have, Spidey. He's always involved somehow. Stop ruining Halloween for the rest of us.
This goes a long way.
We just want to eat candy in peace. Don't you know that? We tried to use my special move. I didn't have it. Let's get rid of this guy. There we go.
Yes.
Phew,
That's
glad that's over.
you've come to expect from your old pal Spider-Man.
Little celebration there. I think I'll head back to Aunt May's house and relax. Hopefully she saved me some candy. So, happy Halloween from your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man and Excelsior. Guys, thanks for watching this silly little video. This was a fun toy box again. I've not had the chance to really go all in on a Spider-Man toy box yet, but who doesn't love Spider-Man, you know? I hope this was fun. It's a fun little city grid. It's nothing huge, but it's got some really fun little playable areas. We do have cars roaming around, you know, all sorts of fun little things. Again, shout out to Lion HD especially for the help with the text. That was a lot of fun. Guys, hope you've enjoyed it. Again, stick around, check out the rest of the videos people are posting today. It's always fun to see what people come up with for an event like this. And feel free to subscribe. I'll be coming out with a few more videos every now and then as soon as I get some good ideas and get some time to work on these different projects. I appreciate the support. Let me know below, especially, please, let me know if you get a chance to play this toy box, guys. Again, it will be shared eventually so that you can play it through the Disney Infinity Discord server. So go check that server if you want to find access to all kinds of toy boxes you can play on PC, PS4, PS5. And again, I appreciate the guys that are doing so much work on this project. It's a lot of fun. Happy Halloween, folks. Get some good candy. Go put on your Spider-Man costume. And I'll see you next time for the next playthrough. Have a good one.